Well, I'm on the farm today and I've got my Massey Ferguson Model 50. It's a 1962 year model 3-cylinder Perkins diesel. And I got it hooked up to my John Deere 8-foot KBA disc. And I've got two of these things. One of them's right here and one of them's right here. And this was my original disc. When I went to buy this one, I thought I was buying it for parts, but I was shocked when I arrived at the destination, which was a long ways away, and I saw green paint on it, and right away I knew it was in better shape than this thing right here. And the more I work with it, the more I realize what a piece of scrap metal that thing is. But one thing I figured out is that the tongue that actually came on this one, which is laying over here. So this, I don't know if you can see that or not, this mechanism right here is supposed to move up and down on this, as I understand it, and it's not working right. And so the gangs want to, when you pull it, the gangs want to be too aggressive, and ultimately the Harrows want to bang into each other right in here. So what I did is I took these loose on each side and took a pin out, did the same over here, and I just swapped tongues. So I'm already getting some parts off of that one. There's a spring that goes between that hook and that one. I've got it hanging off this disc right here. It's all rusted up. I need to put it in a bath of penetrating oil or something. And anyway, I didn't want to fight that battle today. So what I'm doing now is I've chiseled up this field. It doesn't look like it, but I did. And I'm going to start running this KBA on it. The goal here is just to kind of till it up a little bit, but mostly I'm hoping that I can smooth it down. It's just really bumpy. It may not look like it, but it's really bumpy. And I think part of the reason is I went in that direction and in that direction last year with my tillage tools, and I just made like a checkerboard square of humps in the field. And I'm just going back and forth like this this time around. And so let me get going here, and I'll take a little bit of footage. This KBA disc is kind of clever in that when you back up, these gangs straighten out, and you can lock it in like that. Each gang has 12 discs on it, so it's like you're rolling around with 12 I'm sorry, each one of these gangs have 6 disc blades on them, so there's 12 in the front, 12 in the back. So when you straighten this thing out, you're running like on 24 wheels, as long as they're parallel. I'm not crazy about the gap in the back here. They make a cultivator that actually fits on there, that'll scratch up that center. Not quite sure I understand that, but anyway, let me get it out here. When you go, another clever thing about this disc is when you go around a turn, these linkages here let the back end flex differently than the front end. So this will, if you're going this way, this one will pull in and that one will let out. So it keeps you from dragging the rear end of the disc. It kind of turns with the disc. So let me get out here and I'll make a few passes and then I'll come back. So I'm just running them parallel till I get up into position. So I'm all set here, and this mechanism is working much better. This is actually sliding, and depending on where you set it is how tight the gangs will come together. And with the other tongue, there was no adjustment. It was all or nothing. And the tips of these disc blades were trying to touch, and that's not the case now. So the rear gangs appear to be a little more aggressive than the front gangs, but I'll just run it like that and see what I got. So I'll be running first gear low range. I'm sorry, first gear high range. All right, so I got about half of this field, not half, I don't know, maybe a third of this part of the field done. And I think the disc is doing a really good job kind of look at, you know, it's always a positive sign when you look back and all the gangs are turning. I've had other discs before where something would happen, something would get jammed up, and one of the gangs would seize up. It's kind of the nature of old equipment. What I really wanted was for these two blades not to be banging into each other, and it has held that setting throughout. And got a little something hanging in here. Anyway, the back gangs are definitely angled a little more than the front. It seems to be working pretty good. You can see it's not cutting super deep, but it is moving the ground and busting up the dirt clods. And I just think it's doing a pretty good job. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I know that my other KBA disc, John Deere KBA, I thought it did a pretty good job, even though it was crippled up more than I realized. And you still see grass out along in there, and it's not going to take out every leaf, but just to kind of give you an idea, this is all first pass, you know, right in through here. But down here on the first row, I think there's at least 3 passes on this, because I did that when I was setting it up and before I changed the tongue out. And you can see that, you know, it's really, you know, working down to the dirt. I'm not sure that it's taken out the kind of washboard going down that way, but I'll keep working it and you know, just do the best I can with it. And I need to probably go over this thing at least 3 times, maybe 4, I don't know. I just kind of have to play that by ear. As far as the grass that's on here, so the plan is to do the best I can to get this thing worked down and smoothed out, and then I'm going to let it set, and might even put some fertilizer on it. And somewhere around the 15th, 20th of May, I think, I'm talking myself into it. As humiliating as the teff grass was last year, I'm thinking about putting this back in teff to get some revenue, you know, for this year. I think hay is going to be short. I mean, the fields around here and my fields, the east field and such, I had the farm drought video before this one, and I just think first cutting is not going to be very significant, and so the teff grass does do well in drier weather. I mean, it's an Ethiopian grass. It likes hot weather, and who knows, maybe it'll click. But I'm gonna kind of leave it right here. Don't want to make this video too long, but I'm pretty pleased with what I'm seeing. And then I got to ride out through here, probably get my Cub Cadet 145 in a little trailer and just drive out through here and pick up some of the roots and chunks of wood that you see, maybe you saw in the video from when they did the forestry mulching on this field several years ago. That stuff, when I run that spring tooth harrow, it's almost like a chisel plow, it brings a lot of that to the surface. And so I'm hoping I don't have to run that on this field anymore. But I think I'm going to try, to put this in teff grass and then come back in this fall with Timothy. And so really dry and dusty. You can see the dust coming off the disc. There's dust all over this camera, and But yeah, the Massey 50, 1962, Model 50 Massey Ferguson. I think it's doing a pretty good job. It's an easy pull. That disc is an easy pull for this tractor. First gear, high range. I don't know what the miles per hour is on it, but 3-cylinder Perkins diesel, pretty efficient too. So as far as consuming a lot of expensive diesel right now, I don't think that's happening. But anyway, we'll let it go right here, and we'll catch up with another video another day. Talk to you later.